Senders here shortly. It's our puck drop brought to you by Country Financial and the Huskies wearing their white uniforms. Their standard whites, Gino. They're 5-1-0 in those jerseys, 5-2-0 here at home. One of their top 12 scorers off of last year's team. Team that plays fifth on the left side. They score. Jimmy Glenn, inner half of the near circle, able to beat Gray, and Omaha on the board first here, 1-0.
The good news, Jimmy Gray read the shot perfectly. However, the backspin on the shot was not the intended release. You could clearly see
changeup
where he was going with that puck, and right at the last second on that follow-through, just before the release of that puck, it just turned up on its side, put it off. Love it.
And there's Litke stacking the pad.
Love it. You don't see that? That's nearly old school two-pad stack. Block shot by Josh Litke. Lead by...
Along with Gino Parrish, I'm Jim Erickson back at the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center, and the second period is underway. Dylan Gratton, Nolan Krenzen, Jimmy Glenn, circle, stick save, Gray. Back the other way, it's Miettinen again. Werner coming down that right wing side, backhand up off the bench, and a slap shot score!
What a laser.
Off the scored his first career Huskies goal to tie this game at 1.
What an immense relief for Warren Clark. There's a guy, an NHL draft pick, Tampa Bay. He's put so much pressure on himself. It just seems like he was gripping the stick a little bit too tightly earlier in the season. Jumps up off the bench, puts himself perfectly.
Centering pass all the way up the slot. Ends up onto the stick of Grammer. Back over to the right side. Quick shot there by Gavin. And they score. It was a redirection. Looked like Erdahl's going to say that he got a...
It's a set. It's just like the play that they had on the power play. Unfortunately, they went for the shot instead of the pass. And this time they went for the pass. And Erdahl was just standing there on the back door. And you can see it looks like Brnovik is right next to him. He's all alone. There's nobody by him. James Gray does a great job on this first save, a spectacular first save, unfortunately, but you go from left post to right post, shot attempts. Gratton, red line, Gross, pickpockets him 2-on-1 with a coin. Gross in, shot, score!
Gross! We're tied at
2. Watch Ethan Aucoin. Gross has his spot picked. The second he crosses that blue line, he looks over, sees the support. He's got the corner picked. He knows exactly where he's going that entire time. And the only reason he was allowed to do so.
Adam Ingram are his wingers. Going down to his knee is Israel. They'll put up, and he scores. Gross again! On a loose puck that came out to Gross. He was camped. And he scores. He gets it.
You know what I'm going to talk about here. This guy that's got the puck right there. Ethan Aucoin sets that all up. Now, Tyson Gross perfectly reads his body language. He knows that Aucoin is a lefty, so he knows that he's not, or assumes that he's not going to try and wrap around. Now, Latkoczy has to protect that wraparound. There's nothing more embarrassing for a goal.
Omaha here at the end of the period. They've taken their first lead of the game. It's 3-2, and then Aucoin gets tangled up with one of the Omaha players, Jimmy Glenn.
Love it.
And they will exchange words here as we've had the horn. And 3-1. They won it in 4 sets against Concordia St. Paul, and they are moving on to the regional finals tomorrow at 4 o'clock against Central Oklahoma at Hallenbeck Hall. The round of 16, if I'm not mistaken. That's the regional final. Here's an opportunity, and Omaha scores. Erdahl going to the net, and Omaha sets it up, and just like that, we are 22-sec tied at 3.
This is a sleepwalking play right here. Outside in maneuver, gets by 1. It's all right if you get by 1 because you got reinforcements. But if you count all the Huskies, you've got 1, 2, 3. But how many of them are moving into their position? And that's a very rare miss there from Captain Josh Litke. Like, that is your best defensive defenseman.
And that was wide open with 3 seconds left. Puck is still free. Omaha holds it in. And oh my goodness, that was close in the waning seconds here with the Mavericks getting the puck to the net. But so 5 minutes on the clock, 3-on-3. The Husky women lost in a shootout. They went overtime and eventually a shootout. It's a 1-1. One laser just high over the crossbar. Long feed. Stang's got it with some room and he scores. After the Huskies had a good look, how many times does that happen in overtime? It's an overtime winner here for Omaha in St. Cloud.
You see Gross trying to get back there. Gray, he's up on top of his crease. He's playing a good aggressive style. Maybe cheating to his glove side just a little bit, and Stang reads off of that. You got an NHL draft pick skating down towards you. He knows how to read the goaltender well. He's got the open face of his blade towards Gray. Allows him to load up and shoot whenever and however he wants to, and he puts it behind him on a clean breakaway.
So Stang, his 7th goal of the season. He wins it here in overtime for the